Hey YouTube, how you doing? This is Kevin. I'm going to do another comparison video. My last comparison video was between the yellow bike, this bike right here, the KM100, and my other bike, the KD80. Okay, so let me get into these bikes. These bikes right here are actually very similar as well. They got the same style design engine with the rotary valve carburetors underneath the side cover. Underneath where it says Kawasaki. Both bikes. Same carburetor setup. Same air filter. Oil injection. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Both of these bikes are oil injection. You can see this one through the sight hole. This one right here has the lines. Both of these bikes are street legal and are both registered. I registered both bikes. I ride both of them on the road. This one right here, I just got these lights. I got to put those on. Just got to tap them in and wire them. But other than that, they are the same style bike. I got the new headlight too. I got to put in this one. Just this one's shorter. So basically, this one right here is 100 cc's at 11 horsepower. This one's 100 cc's at 9 horsepower. Different variables that could change the horsepower on these is the exhaust system. They both have the same ignition system, same carburation system. I don't know if they're also changing them up when they're doing the wheel, the horsepower at the rear wheel, because this one has a smaller diameter wheel and this one a bigger one. But I'll tell you right now, when you're on both of these bikes, you can't tell which one's faster, to be honest with you. One's got the air filter box in that direction, the other one has it in that direction. The heads, combustion chambers are the same, but the coolant fins are different, and the heads are interchangeable. Actually, the same head on the 100 is used on the 80. I mean, there's no difference on them. The combustion chamber volume, this one has the exhaust in the center on this jug. This one has it on the end. So the porting could be, what's it? See there? Yeah. The porting could be different. But if you want to put this motor on this bike, all you gotta do is change the cylinder and jug. Well, the jug and the cylinder, same thing. The cylinder and the jug are the same. Some people call it jug, some people call it cylinder. Both take the same piston, same ring, same stroke, same bore. All that's the same. Just that, in fact, that motor will bolt right into this frame. This frame will bolt right on this motor. But we're going to do something different with this bike. I was wondering what direction to take this bike into. I enjoy driving it, riding it on the road. It's a lot of fun, but the problem is you get fatigued quickly because, well, I'm taller, the bike is shorter, and this one here fits me like a glove. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this style, make this bike this big. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to be changing the rear swing arm, shocks, the brake bar, and the brake lever, and the chain, and to accommodate for this type of swing arm right here. Now I have all the parts to do this. I even have the tires and wheels. However, I just bought this tire and inner tube, which the inner tube came with the tire, but that'll be a good spare for my KD80. I actually was thinking, and this was kind of a brainstorm, because I think it would be kind of cool to have a KE100 this height. So I have my parts bike that you've seen in my other videos. I call it a parts bike, but it's an actual running parts bike. I mean, it rides, it drives. I could register it and be perfectly fine. It runs as good as this one, no difference. But I was thinking about taking the swing arm. I have a spare swing arm that I could use in all the parts in totes, but I could use this swing arm and shock assembly and all the parts and pieces from this bike and make that KE100 that height. That'd be a fun little mini bike. You don't see those, you know what I mean? That'd be different. It'd be something unique and original, well, to the Kawasaki KE lineup. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I got the front shocks. All my fork seals came in, so I'm gonna be doing a video on fork seals and replacement. I just have to put the oil. You can see these are all leaking. These fork seals are weak. They all are. I mean, they're just junk. You can see all the oil residue on the forks. You know, they're just junk. I think you're too heavy for these type of shocks. But I mean, even the little bike is leaking. You know, it's not just because of the age. It's just because of the bad seal design. So anyway, I'm going to be doing a video on that. I have to get the fork oil. I got the seal kits. I got 2 seal kits. One seal kit's going in this bike, and the other one's going to go on this bike, because these are the 2 legally registered bikes. So I mean, these two looks pretty cool. What I did here with these lights, for those of you who are die-hard Kawasaki fans, know that these are not the factory lights for this bike. The factory ones were on little metal poles, and they were totally different. But I had a bunch of these Kawasaki KE100 lights, so I put a set of rear ones in the front because they're wired the same, and I also put a set in the back where the metal ones were. And I think with that tail light, it matches my tail light on this one right here. It's the same tail light with the same rear Kawasaki KE100 lights. So I kept the same ones, but instead of putting them on another one or selling them, I decided to go with them on this bike. I figured they look really cool. This bike is a 1979 Kawasaki KM100. This bike right here is a 1992 Kawasaki KE100. So I think it'll be a good. Post your comments, and if you have any questions on it. I'm gonna do the video on when I do the. I'm gonna have my son help me with the camera, just because it's not something I can do one-handed. But I think it'd be a really fun thing to do, to change it up a bit. You know, I have all the parts and pieces, and to bring this up to ride height, I think that would be a really cool full size. I mean, look at it; it's got the same stance. You know, literally the same stance. So I can make both of those, and I'm going to change them over to the black. I have the black forks, which will go on this bike. I think that'll look really sharp. I have, I'm not changing them right away, but I have these handlebars are rusted, but I have another set of KE100 bars, which are the same things. So I'm going to switch them all out and make them all nice and black and make them look cool. And just kind of copy a lot of stuff from this onto this, but I want to keep them individually. I want them to be their own unique bike. You know what I mean? So I don't want to make this bike into this bike, but I want to copy some of the updated stuff onto this bike to make them look kind of like brothers. You know what I mean? So they're close. They're both 100s, and I can alter the height on that one and make that one a bigger bike. So it'll be toe to toe, will be measuring out the same. And the cradle that the engine sits on is the same. However, this one has a 1 bar and this one has the 2. So anyway, this is my next project. So to make this one ride height like that one, and because this one right here in the front has the front tire on this one is a 16. This one in the front on this one, I believe, is a 19. Yeah, 19. And then on the back on that one is a 16, and the back on this one is a 17. So this bike is going to get, hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. So that's basically where we're at with these 2 bikes. So making, you know, 2 bikes, take the same tires. I gotta replace the tires on that bike. They're getting cracked. and worn down. This bike right here has 1,606 miles, and this KE100 has 1,744. So they're pretty close. I mean, and close in mileage, close in everything. I mean, everything's really, really close. I think that these two bikes right here are pretty damn cool, and I think they're a lot of fun. The ratio, the tire ratio is the same. I got the chain. Everything's the same on these bikes, which is pretty cool. But they look different. They're the same, but look different. Like the exhaust comes out same style exhaust, but that one's more narrow and long. This one's more short and fat. Just got a lot of different things. So they got a lot of the same, but a lot of different. Same swing arm design, same fork design. One's shorter, one's taller. So it's a lot of fun. So this is gonna be a cool video. Please look for it. If you have any questions or comments, if you're doing any of these type of bikes on your own and you find yourself you need some parts, I have a few parts left. I've got like 4 totes of parts. Basically have engine parts, side cover parts, like I got an extra side cover like that. I got air filter assemblies, I've got rims, I've got extra shocks, handlebars, all kinds of stuff. So if you find yourself you need anything, worst case I could say is I don't have it, but chances are I might. So yeah, let me know what you need. Comment. By all means, please subscribe, and I can't wait to make these videos. Thank you.